All right, a question for all the men out there today. Do you remember when your last doctor's appointment was? If you're still thinking, I'm guessing it's been a while, okay? And that's all right, because April 9th is available and the doctor can get you right in. That is the annual Black Men's Wellness Day, an event that has become really a movement. And I'm joined by two men who lead by example, here to inspire you to join them in this. Of course, we all know former Buckeye Cardale Jones, along with Dominic DJ Jones, a former arena football pro and coach. Guys, so good to have you here with us.
Oh, seriously, appreciate it. Thanks for having us. Looking forward to it. And the biggest date of the year for me, August 9th, for the Wellness Walk.
And so what's cool, I asked you, I said, have you been here before? Because this is a big event. It's a big party. It's a big day. This is going to be your first, right?
This is going to be my first. And finding out how many we had last year, and I thought I was making a dent in our impression by bringing 27 guests with me this year. I think this is something that's really amazing, because as I've come to learn that, you know, the wellness and the agency has outgrown Livingston Park.
Yeah, because there's, 30, 40,000 people coming to this event. And I will say, even just when you talk about how many you're bringing, do you see that now, though, the awareness that's spreading, that, 27 people that you brought, that's 27 more people that are going to learn their numbers, that are going to know what's going on with their health, right? You
know, that's the great part about it. Like Mr. and Mrs. Gregory and our president, Kenny Hampton, says that this is the most fun you're going to have at a doctor's appointment. And so many of these things that we're faced with in our underserved communities, in particular our Black communities, is things that are preventable. Like last year, we had over 92% of people screened and had high blood pressure, and over half of those didn't even know they had high blood pressure. So you're learning all your numbers, getting this critical information to prevent things that's preventable.
Yeah, and Dominic, you've been involved now a few years.
Yeah.
You're an ambassador for this event. Where does your passion come from? What has that been like? Has it been feeding it every year to kind of get you more involved and more out there?
Absolutely. My family itself has been involved for 4 years, and for us, it's always a thing. And tragically, my dad passed away 3 years ago, abruptly, and it prompted me to just want to be a voice and an advocate for Black men's health. I believe that if he was still living today, he would be, saying the same thing. He would be trying to get to the youth, which I am now, right?
Yeah.
Just trying to make sure that they know that, it's important and it's okay, to go get checked out, go get screened. Like Cardale said, it's truly a party at the doctor's office, right? And so many of our youth don't like going to the doctor, they kind of despise, gives them anxiety, etc. But it's not only about their, their physical health, but their mental and emotional health as well.
Yeah, and it is kind of that all-encompassing, and I think that has become more apparent to a lot of people. And Cardale, you talk about, performing at an elite level, right? Like for the Buckeyes, for the NFL, like you're working with these people that realize the entirety of your health, and that matters. Do you think that now is becoming a part of the mission too, kind of that all-encompassing portions of your health, the mental, the physical, all of it?
Yeah, for sure, because health is wealth to us as individuals, and we can perform at our high levels, if that's career-wise or just being a family person or just in a community, without taking care of ourselves first. And that's what the agency is about, is understanding what's going on within. Like I said before, the numbers are staggering when you talk about the things that's going on within ourselves that we don't even know sometimes without going to the doctor. So without feeling our best, we can't perform our best for other people.
Yeah, and having performed at that, even DJ talking about people out there saying, well, I don't need to be like an elite athlete, right? I don't need to get to that level. Why do I need to go to the doctor? Why do I got to know these things? It's probably interesting when you talk to the youth about maybe why they avoid it or why they don't feel they should know their numbers, right?
Well, I think about us, and from the time we played youth sports, all the way up to the time we was professionals, we've always been taught to be tough. When you feel pain, when you feel things, you gotta, kind of that toxic masculinity side, right? So I think now it's us, being the figures that we are, saying, hey, it's okay if you're feeling something, the first signs of anything that you get, go to the doctor, right? Don't wait. And I think it's also a message to our parents. It's a message to our Black fathers to say, hey, we need you in the households. We want you there. The kids need you. Go to the doctor, get checked out, live longer, and that's the message for us.
Any message out there for the community then to get involved? Because of course we say it's Black Men's Wellness Day, but this is an event for everyone, for the family, for all those who love them to come on out, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. For us, again, like you say, there's bounce houses out there. There's people that you can network with. There's going to be a ton of resource tables out there, musical performances, etc. It's truly, one of the best days, I think, in Columbus. Whether you're a runner, a walker, just genuinely want to get out there and just feel the energy and the passion out there. It's a dope day.
Cardale, are you looking forward to anything specifically or just kind of taking it all in? I feel like it's a lot to take in, right?
You know what? As I'm not ashamed to say, going to the doctor isn't my most favorite thing of the year so far, and I haven't been for my annual physical. So I'm looking forward to getting some of the numbers that I usually have each and every year, because that's the biggest thing about, you know, feeling the way you may be feeling. You may be feeling good on the inside, but you never know what's going on underneath all of that.
Yeah, and I do want to tell people, because last year alone, African American Male Wellness conducted more than 5,000 free health screenings for Black men, and about half of them had high blood pressure, didn't know it. So like, you see that, you look at those numbers, and it's just kind of mind-blowing that there are still so many people probably out there watching that don't know their numbers, right?
Yeah, it's, like I said, the numbers are staggering, and you can still feel good, but it still has some underlying issues. So it's good to have those routine checks, and I understand some of hurdles financially, maybe even transportation or just environment may hinder you from getting those numbers. And like you said, this is a free for everyone. We're going to have so many vendors out there, so many great partners of the agency, CareSource, and a number of the great agencies out there that's going to support this at a high level, where it's really no excuse for us not to be there and to take advantage of everything that the day has to offer.
All right, and that day, again, August 9th, 7 a.m., everything kicks off at Livingston Park. So get down there. You can go, of course, to the aawellness.org website for all the details. Thank you both for being here.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.